the difference between a DC fan and a Marvel fan are kind of the same, but there's a lot of differences. So I like both. I'm gonna be real with you. I like both Marvel and I like DC. I don't like everything of Marvel and I don't like everything of DC. All right, there's some things that I like and some characters from both brands that like I'm down with, and others that are just like, wow, this is complete, like this is just too wild for me. All right, now when it comes to the Marvel overall, what I like about the fan base, especially when it comes to the movies, is that they all support it. They're all on one page. So, like the meme says, you know, they're eating good, and they are. They're always eating good. And over here at DC, it's like we just get scraps, and here's the leftovers, and that's what you're gonna just like eat on, and and feast on that, you know. And I've noticed that whenever a DC movie comes out, you have among the fans within DC that they're divided, and it's just insane because people within DC are so divided. It's like you have this little crew, you have that crew. It's just so we're it's conflictive. It's just, oh man. And when you have Marvel, they announce something, they're all down with it. And that's why they're so successful, because the fans support it, they're down with it, and they just go and watch it. Yeah, you're gonna have some that are not gonna they're just not gonna like it, and they're not gonna be with it. But still they support it and they go and watch it, and that's why they always make some money, because Marvel is always listening to the fans. And you have Kevin Feige, that he's always like, aiming to please the fans. But lately, it's kind of been weird because Phase Four is just kind of like, I'm not feeling that. Like I said, to me, everything with the Avengers died at Endgame. After that, it's like a restart, because now you have new faces, new characters, and I'm not even familiar with some of those, and nor do they attract my attention, because it's just I just don't care about them. And the same thing with DC. With DC, what you have is, look, let's be honest. The DCEU started with Man of Steel. All right, Zack Snyder kicked off everything. What what he was building up to Justice League, and everything that he brought out was awesome. It was amazing. I wanted to see that because we have Marvel that was doing their thing. Lighthearted, colorful, and vibrant, and it's just extravagant. But then you got DC that it's dark, it's a serious tone. You don't need the jokes, and it's just more on a serious level. And I like that because we had both worlds. And everything just went downhill once they brought in, Joss Whedon, and the whole disaster of Justice League. And it just started getting out of control. And this is where we're at right now, which it is sad, because as a fan, like, I wish I could say, hey, look, we're eating good. We're not. We're like, we're still hungry because they're not giving us what we want. Like, majority of us want the Snyderverse, and that's what we wanted. And now with James Gunn, switching things, he's making DC slash Marvel 2.0, because it's just like I said, at Justice League with Joss Whedon, everything just kind of just went downhill from there. And then you have Marvel that they bring out, the multiverse, and it's just amazing because they did their thing with Sony with Spider-Man. And when they brought in Toby and Andrew, to me Andrew is the best Spider-Man of all three. I'm not a fan of Tom, and I really don't like Toby, even though I grew up on Toby. But that's the same thing that I can say about DC. I grew up on Michael Keaton. I like him. I really like what he did. But my favorite current Batman is Ben Affleck. And Ben was robbed. He wasn't even given the chance to get his own solo movie. But then you get, Robert Pattinson, that comes out of nowhere. He's named Batman. Now they're focused on him, and they're going to his second film, which is just crazy, and it's just insane. But then at the same time, you get Marvel and you have all their characters. They pretty much all have trilogies. Thor, he has his trilogy. Freaking Iron Man has his trilogy. I just can't remember because it's just too much. But it all led to a big event where it was like, wow. And I get it. They're building next towards what is it? Secret Wars. So that, of course, everything's gonna eventually patch up, and it's just gonna be connected. But DC, you have this route, you got that one. Do I take an exit here but make a U-turn there? Move 2 steps forward but move 10 backwards. It's just all over the place, and it continues to get more and more divided. And that's where we DC fans, there's nothing solid that we can say we're all in one, because it's just not. It's not. It's all over the place, and it's sad. So what do you think about it? You consider yourself a DC fan, a Marvel fan, or do you like both? Drop a comment. Make sure to hit the subscribe. I really appreciate all you guys and everybody that's been dropping the love and all that good stuff. Really, really appreciate all that. And thanks to you, the channel has been moving and is finally slowly starting to grow. I really appreciate that. And as always, till next time.